Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Rachel Engelbarts. This video is all about my favorite products lately. So for the last couple of days, have been paying attention to the things that I've been using every single day and decided I would create a video surrounding all of my favorite products that I use on a daily basis. I say I use these on a daily basis. Some of them my husband also uses. One product in particular is for one of my kids. It's not just me, it's my family as well, and these are things that we absolutely love. I love watching these videos on other channels because it gives me ideas of things, products that I might be missing out on that I could use in my life. So I hope that this serves that purpose for you and you find something in this video that really just helps you make life a little bit easier. If you are new, I would love to have you guys on a long-term basis. If you feel comfortable making the commitment to subscribe to this channel, I would love to have you. You can always unsubscribe later if you don't like the content, but I think you'll have a lot of fun here. I have a lot of fun making these videos, and another thing that really supports my channel is if you hit the thumbs up button down there right next to the subscribe button. It's just a little thumbs up guy and it helps me in the algorithm somehow. Before we get started in this video, I would like for you to please leave a comment below of one product that you could not get through a day without. Something that may be completely obvious, like a toothbrush, but like if you have a special kind of toothbrush that you love, or maybe it's something completely different. One of my items is a coffee cup. So just let me know one item that comes to mind right off the bat that you could not get through a day without. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and jump into the list of favorite items that I have right now. I will say this list could have been really long. I went ahead and pared it down to just the items that we're going to be talking about today. I think there's about 8 of them. And I also have a varying degree of costliness. That was a really weird way to say that. I also have quite a wide range of price on these items. So bear in mind, some of these are splurges and some of these you can pick up for a couple of dollars. I think, in my opinion, the splurges that I'm going to be talking to you about are worth it because they're things that I use literally every single day. Somebody explained to me once that you can justify or not justify the cost of an item based on taking the total cost of it and dividing it up over however many days are in the year, and however many days you use that item, give that a dollar amount. That was, again, a really weird way to describe that. So say the item costs $200. You use it 365 days a year. That's less than $1 a day that it costs for you to use that item. When you think about it that way, it kind of justifies some of the more expensive items that you might purchase, and it might also make you reconsider other items that you may not use very much. So I invested in a new Nespresso machine. I think it was like $175, but it was 10% off. So with tax and all that, it was probably around $175. And we use that thing not just every day, but multiple times a day. I'm a person that can't really function without caffeine. I have always depended on caffeine. If I don't have caffeine within a certain amount of time in the morning, then I get a caffeine withdrawal headache. So this is something that is definitely an investment that I felt was worthwhile. The new version of this machine I did a lot of research on it, and it was a lot better than the older version that we had. It did more things, and the new pods they came out with were just better. They're also recyclable, so you can collect all of the pods that you use and ship them back to the company in a prepaid label, and they'll recycle them. So that was better than the Keurig that we had before, which had non-recyclable pods. I did have the reusable like DIY Keurig thing, but I just didn't like the coffee that I was getting from it. So anyway, the Nespresso is about 170 bucks, so that's 50 cents a day if you look at the cost over the year, and I think that's totally worth it. Another analogy I make with this sort of thought process is your glasses. So people complain about the price of glasses, but that's another thing that's something you use every single day, and if you divvy up the cost about what you're paying for that each day that you're using those glasses, especially if you can get 2 years out of that pair, it really is worth it because that is your vision and your eye comfort and whether or not you're going to be getting headaches. So that was a little bit of a tangent, but that's just something I use very frequently when I'm deciding whether or not I'm going to purchase something. I honestly didn't know I was gonna go into this much detail about like deciding whether an item is valuable for you to make that purchase or whether it's cost effective for you to purchase that. But let me give you an example of something on the other end. So say you really want a pair of like fancy cowboy boots and they're $250. And then you look at over the course of the year how many times you'll wear that. Say you'll wear them to like a concert. I'm talking about cowboy boots if you're not an actual cowboy, cowgirl, whatever. You're just gonna wear them because they look cute. So you'll wear them to a concert. You might go to like an outdoor tractor pull festival. We have those around here. I live in rural Missouri, so that's like an event that people like to go to around here. And then you wanna wear them to the state fair. Or you might just wear them to a more casual wedding that is set in an outdoor barn. An outdoor barn? That is set in a barn. So you wear them maybe 4 times throughout the year and you're paying $250 for those. Might not be worth it. If you have a lot of disposable income, go for it. But anyway, that is a total tangent. That's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. Okay, so moving on to my next item. This is sort of middle of the road cost-wise, but if you look at how long this item will last, it is extremely cost effective. This is a shower mitt. It has more than one purpose. So it obviously is to clean your body. You put this on your hand and you put your shower gel on it. You don't have to use very much because it lathers really well, and then you just use it to wash your body. It also has this honeycomb pattern, which does a really good job of exfoliating your skin. My husband and I both noticed a difference in our skin. We both have some finicky skin, I guess. He rides the Peloton a lot and runs outside, and he gets some just like skin troubles on the upper backs of his thighs, and I just have all kinds of weird skin stuff, and I'm also very dry. So this thing, just the way that it exfoliates your skin is really nice. We both noticed an improvement in our skin, but also it's sort of, I don't want to say abrasive because it's not like it hurts, but it's a little bit more rough. I think it can be considered a dry brush. So I did a little bit of research on dry brushing, and from my understanding, I'm not an expert on this, but from my understanding, dry brushing helps with lymphatic return. So your lymphatic system is some fluid in your body that can accumulate in places in distal portions of your body. So your ankles, your legs, your arms, sometimes around here. So dry brushing, I think, one of the purposes is to help return lymphatic drainage, and that's one thing that this thing claims to do. So we use it in the shower. It lasts virtually forever. You're not buying a loofah over and over again. You don't have a stinky washcloth that gets mildewy after a day of using it. So we love this thing, and we hang it in our shower. We each have one and love them so far. Anything I can find on Amazon, I will link for you below. So right off of the heels of this, I want to talk about something that is, I feel like it's extremely obvious, and everybody knows about this item, but I feel like it's underrated and underutilized. I'm talking about the command hook. I love command hooks. I use them for everything. They're just amazing. You can stick them anywhere. You don't need a nail. You don't have to put a hole in your wall to hang something with a command hook. They're just extremely easy to use, and again, underutilized. You can get like storage baskets. If you want to store art supplies, you could get storage baskets and hang command hooks and just hook the basket over the edge so that you can create basically like a shelf without having a shelf there. I use them for the kids' bibs to hang them on the inside of the cabinet doors. I know some people will store like pots and pans lids on the inside of the cabinet doors with command hooks. We also use them in our shower to hang these hand mitt washy things. We have a really tall front door, and a standard wreath hanger was not long enough to hang a wreath on the front door. It just wasn't low enough. It made the wreath look awkwardly high up on this giant door. So I stuck a command hook on our door, and it's lasted over a year now, hanging a wreath year round outside. So that's pretty awesome. We just purchased an RV, which we're really, really excited about. That is somewhat of an announcement that we have not made over on our other channel, but we plan to be spending a lot of time in the RV just with the whole COVID thing, and we just want to get our kids out and explore and hike and see more of the country. And I know that we're going to be using a ton of command hooks in the RV for organization purposes and things like that. So that's my next item, is command hooks. They're extremely inexpensive and really, really functional. The next item I'm going to talk about was actually a gift from a very sweet subscriber that we have on our main channel. I don't know if she watches this channel, but she sent me this mug because I was always talking about how throughout the morning my coffee gets cold and I have to keep warming it up, and then I put it in the microwave and forget that I put it in the microwave, and then 2 hours later I open up the microwave to make the kids lunch and there's my coffee in there that I forgot about. So she sent me this mug that is insulated on the inside. It's also dirty because I just drank my coffee out of it. It's insulated so it holds the heat in of your coffee, and it's amazing. So I will link this below. I highly recommend it if you are a mom or absent-minded or busy and you come back to your coffee and it's cold. This is for you. So the next item we're talking about today, I'm really excited about. This is a pillow, and I feel like I've tried every pillow, every type of pillow on the market. And if you've followed our other channel at all, I'm not a good sleeper. I don't sleep very well. I wake up a lot to my husband snoring and babies, and I'm just a very light sleeper. So anything that I can do to set myself up for a good night of sleep, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to invest in it, because you probably know if you don't get a good solid night's sleep, it affects everything the next day. So this pillow is called Sleep and Glow. I have never seen anything like it. It is so unique in its design, and I just want to tell you about a few of the specs with this pillow and why it's made the way it is and what benefits that has for you. This is not a sponsorship, but they did send me this pillow to try out, and I don't think that I'm ever going to be able to sleep on another pillow now. Seriously, like when we go out in the RV, I'm gonna be taking this pillow with me. This is another item that I would consider a splurge, but a splurge that's worth it. Back to that whole dollar per day thing, this pillow is designed to serve you for 5 years. So if you use it appropriately and you take care of it, you will be able to use this pillow for 5 years, and that ends up being about $31, $32 a year. So much, much less than $1 a day. Totally worth it in my opinion. I'm gonna put an overlay of the design of this pillow. So this was developed in collaboration with orthopedists. And what that means is it helps provide you with physiologically correct body positioning during sleep. So that's gonna help your neck and your posture and all kinds of different things. And that's gonna help you get into a deep sleep. The pillow is angled upward, so there is a top and a bottom. And what that does is it helps puffiness. In the morning when you first wake up, fluid can pool in your face. And I tell my patients this all the time. I frequently have women that come in and complain about puffiness under their eyes, and what I tell them is if they can sleep a little bit inclined, that will help the fluid drain out of your face. Same concept if somebody has what we call a hordeolum, or an infection of the oil gland in the eyelid. That can cause a really puffy eyelid, especially first thing in the morning, because you're sleeping flat and that fluid is pooling in the skin around the eyes. So that same thing translates to every night when you're sleeping. If you can be on a little bit of an incline, then you're gonna wake up less puffy and just brighter looking in the morning. Additionally, it helps prevent and fight against sleep wrinkles. So you can see there's zones where the little cutouts are. And if you're sleeping on your side, the pillow can kind of smash and contort your face, and this creates a little zone where your face can rest comfortably. Your neck is nice and cradled and supported. So that kind of explains the why behind the design of the pillow very briefly. I love this pillow. I think it is a splurge, but I think it is a splurge that's worth it. I have a link in the description box below if you want to check out this pillow, and you can use code BradandRach10 at checkout, and that's going to get you $10 off. By the way, Brad also has this pillow and he is obsessed with it. Okay, moving on to the next product, sort of segueing in from facial skincare type things. I've talked about these before. I love these microfiber face cleaning wipes. I do use a facial cleanser, a very mild cleanser, but I use these microfiber cloths if I just want to freshen up my face in the morning. I run them under warm water and wipe down my face. Sometimes I will even get extra residual makeup off if I do this after I do my facial cleansing. If I go around my eyes and clean off my eye makeup, I don't have to use any products. These will clean off my eye makeup, even waterproof mascara. I love these. They're very inexpensive. So I actually purchased these for my mom and 2 of my aunts for their birthdays because I love them so much and I use them every single day. Moving on, this product is a few dollars. I purchased them on Amazon and they are one of the greatest inventions of all time. These things are basically cord holders, and look how many come in a package. You could stick these things everywhere, and the impact they make on your life cannot be overstated. Have you ever gone to bed and you're wanting to plug in your phone and your phone cord is all the way on the ground and you have to lean all the way down there and get it after you're already comfortable and you just already laid your head on your beautiful pillow that has anti-aging properties? You don't want to reach all the way down on the floor and get your phone cord. So stick one of these. They're lined with adhesive already, and so you just stick them on your dresser and then they hold your phone cord. I'm going to use these in the RV for sure, for I'm sure all kinds of things, and they're just great. So there's a few different versions inside this package. So I will try to find this exact package. It has just a bunch of different types of hooks, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, a place for 5 cords. So if you also charge your Apple iWatch or your headphones or whatever right by your bed, you can have a couple of different cords and stick them in here. They're great. Okay, we're almost done. We only have 3 more things to talk about. This one I would not have shared with you if I didn't already research and find out that they have a website and they do ship. I think it's just within the United States though. But it's the Lebanon Candle Company. Last weekend, Brad and I went to a junk festival in our area, and this candle, you know, we can smell it, smells so good. It's called Pumpkin Caramel Crunch. So if you're looking for a fall candle, I smelled every single fall candle they had, and this one was my favorite. So I went on the website. I'm pretty sure the candle version of this is out, but they do have wax melts still in this scent. But the candle company has, I don't know, hundreds of different scents, including dirt and motor oil, really strange scents that she's, you know, gone through and mixed things and perfected it. They had leather. It's just really interesting, but they also have really, really good scents. And I'm burning this thing every day. Honestly, you can just open up the lid and there's enough fragrance that just opening the lid will smell up most of our kitchens. I highly recommend these. They're soy candle also, so I think that's better for some reason. But yeah, I love this candle. So next up on our list is the Ecloth. I have the window cloths and I love them. I've talked about them before. I will talk about them again. I use them on all of our windows and all of our mirrors pretty much every week. You don't have to use any product. You just wet them or dampen them with water, and you go over the window with this one and it gets most of the stuff, and then you go over it again with this one, which is like a polishing cloth, and gets it absolutely pristine. I'm obsessed with these. I mentioned last video, I think, that I need to go and get some stainless steel cloths from this company, and I wanted to look at some of the other cloths that they have because I'm just really impressed with this product, and it's more sustainable than using paper towels on your windows. It has less chemicals than using Windex on your windows, so I can hand them to my kids and let my kids try to learn how to wipe down a window. Love them. Okay, the last thing we're gonna talk about is this Blankie. So it's from the company Aden and Aeneas. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I know it's a really popular swaddle company. They just came out with Harry Potter swaddles right before Eloise was born, and I can't believe I didn't buy them. But we bought these Blankies for the twins when they turned a year old. They're only this big. They're a 12 by 12 square. They're extremely thin, like you can see through them, or I can anyway. I guess you guys probably can't. But they're really thin and light, and so they're supposedly a little bit safer for a baby to be sleeping with. Of course, it's not safe to put anything in their bed with them before age 1, so just be cautious of that. But after they turn 1, this is a great blanket for them to use. A couple of reasons that I love it. Number 1, it's breathable. So it's really thin and very easy to breathe through. So it's a little bit safer, I feel like, than a big, thick, bulky blanket. It has the silkiness on the edges, which just gives it like a really nice feel, and Linda loves having that on her face. She'll hold this blankie and wad it up and suck her thumb and kind of rub it on her face, and I just think it's really comforting to them to have that silky edge on it. I also love it because it's only 12 inches by 12 inches. So instead of having a giant blanket that she's hauling around, she has this. And it's gonna be much easier for traveling. We got a couple of extras to put in the RV. I actually had 2 for Lyndall and 2 for Bear, and Lyndall ended up taking all of them. Bear didn't really take to this thing, so Lyndall has all 4 of those blankies. 2 of them have stars, 2 of them have giraffes on them, and then her newest ones that we planned on putting in the RV have pink polka dots. They also have some that have a paisley pattern, so there's a bunch of different patterns of these, and these are great. If you have a small child, if you have a child under the age of 1 or even a child a little bit older that likes a security type item, these are so great. So Eloise is 11 months, and I'm right at the point where I'm starting to try to push a comfort item like this that she can sleep with. And how you do that before they're actually sleeping with it is right before nap time. If you're feeding them or you're cuddling with them or rocking them right before you put them down for their nap, you let them cuddle and you bring this item out right before they go to bed. So they associate it with sleep, and then eventually when they turn 1 year old, they can bring this into their bed and sleep with it. So that's kind of the idea behind it, is that it's like a security type item that they have with them when they sleep. And then when you travel, you can just bring this with them, the white noise that you have in their room, and you're recreating some of the environment that they associate with sleep. So I really love a sleep type item and highly recommend these. I will link them below. So that is going to wrap up today's favorite things video. This went way longer than I thought it was going to. I have a lot of favorite items. If this is something you're interested in, if you like to find new things that will make your life easier, then go ahead and leave me a comment below and let me know this is the type of video that you like to see. If you have not subscribed already, please do. I have really exciting videos coming up, including another fall decorate video. I forgot to mention earlier, I am doing a fall home tour. So I have my mom and 2 aunts that all get pretty into decorating their homes, and they have beautiful homes. So I am going to be going through each one of our homes. I will be showing the very different styles of decor between our 4 homes, and I'm gonna take you along with me to do that. So subscribe if you haven't, give this video a thumbs up. I really hope you enjoyed being here, and we will see you next time.